in health, in education, more broadly. Accordingly, within the swap, we suggest 3 priority areas of focus going forward. One, and I'll speak a little bit about each of them. The first is improving the implementation of the swap through a strong accountability framework, which in fact is the focus of the updated compact. A focus on early childhood and a prioritization of development spending. On improving the accountability framework, the World Bank is supporting accountability through a new set of linked operations focusing on health, education, and governance, the HOPE operations. Key measures include revisions to the basic health, the basic package guidelines, strengthening the link between funding and outcomes, and mandated annual audits. A focus on these sectors will be even more important as development assistance is likely to fall. A focus on universal health coverage will be key to achieving the objectives that we have set out today, and we at the World Bank are committed to joining all of you in achieving the results that you have laid out. Thank you very much.
This summit comes in a crucial timing in the history of the health sector in Nigeria, when a strong country leadership is driving the unprecedented health transformation to make progress on delivering essential health services with financial protection to its citizens and achieving or moving in the journey towards universal health coverage. And I'd like really to, first of all, thank very much the federal government of Nigeria, the presidency, for the warm welcome. I really wish to congratulate the presidency for the Vision Renew Hope agenda, which now is translated into the Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, ably led by Professor Mohamed Ali Pateh. The joint annual review is not just a meeting, it's a cornerstone of accountability, learning, and collective action. And as outlined in the WHO Global Guidelines on the health sector performance reviews, joint annual reviews are essential mechanisms for countries to assess progress towards agreed national targets, identify bottlenecks, and align resources with priorities in accelerating measurable and tangible results. As we reflect on the progress made and the challenges ahead, particularly in maternal and child health, immunization, health system financing, let us reaffirm our shared accountability and responsibility. Let us also remember that we are stronger when we act together. In this spirit, I'd like to reiterate our commitment and the commitment of WHO and working as one UN at the country level, at the leadership of the UN Resident Coordinator, that we will work in synergy to support Nigeria's health sector transformation and ensure that no one is left behind. Thank you, and I wish you all a productive and inspiring review.
So when I got to Pakistan, and the Minister of Pakistan said to me, who can we learn from in terms of really doing HPV very well? I said Nigeria. Sometimes we share that success, and there is not much that some of us would have done sitting in Geneva, but we share your pride and the contribution that you make in terms of best practice and achievements. I want to come again and celebrate the good news that I have heard on the measles rubella that is undergoing right now. I've heard that Nigeria is leading the pack. You have a bold goal of reaching 100 million children, and I'm hearing that you are on your way there, and you are doing it with style. So I want to celebrate that because of the way it has been done. You are doing it with polio. We must always make sure that our rhetoric and our reality does not have a distance. And Minister Pate, congratulations for minding the gap. We said we are committed to partner with Nigeria. That commitment is steadfast. It is unchanged. It remains strong. And Nigeria's success is Gavi's success. So as part of our goodwill messages, we wish you the best and we commit that we will be right behind you on every part that you want us to be in.
Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, this annual review offers a unique opportunity to reflect on the progress made, the challenges encountered, and the strategies required to further consolidate gains in our collective pursuit of universal health coverage. It is a demonstration of accountability and shared responsibility, principles that are fundamental to effective health governance. As a tier of government, ALGON, on behalf of all the 774 local government, therefore reaffirms its full commitment to strengthen expected new primary care under our roof policy, enhancing community participation and promoting efficient resource utilization at the grassroots level.
The Joint Annual Review meeting continues to be a very important platform for us all, a space where we take stock, share experiences, celebrate our collective achievements, and reflect honestly on areas that still need attention. It is through forums like this that we continue to strengthen our shared vision for a healthier Nigeria. As Commissioners for Health, we deeply appreciate the continued leadership and coordination of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, the strong partnership of our development partners, and the dedication of all stakeholders working tirelessly at both national and subnational levels. Across the states, we are making steady progress, strengthening primary health care, expanding health insurance coverage, improving our response to maternal and child health care, and advancing the One Health agenda. We are also encouraged by the implementation of the sector-wide approach, which provides a common framework for planning, coordination, financing, and performance monitoring. The SWAP is helping to bring greater coherence to our health investments, ensuring that federal and state priorities are aligned and that resources are used more efficiently to achieve results that truly matter to our people. The Forum of Commissioners reaffirms our commitment to the success of this approach. We believe that when all partners, federal, state, and development, move together under one coordinated framework, we can accelerate progress towards universal health coverage and health-related sustainable development goals. We therefore see this joint annual review not just as an annual event, but as a renewed opportunity to learn from one another, to strengthen accountability, and to build on the momentum of reforms that are already shaping the future of Nigeria's health sector.
But also, most importantly, delivering quality health care for all. The JAI is our accountability platform, where we thoroughly evaluate performance, recognize successes, and with all honesty and sense of responsibility, address areas for improvement. Building on previous JAS, dating back to 2010, this review is now led by a new health sector renewal investment initiative and the health sector our blueprint, incorporating new innovations that strengthen our accountability. I commend the efforts of the Coordinating Minister of Health for re-energizing the system and bringing in new additional innovations to make it better. This year's theme, All Hands, One Mission, bringing Nigeria's health sector to light, reflects three principles: accountability for resources, learning by sharing lessons, and action through collective participation. As we review the past year, we must focus on the core imperatives to build a resilient system. In her welcome address, the Permanent Secretary did mention where we stand. We still have much to do in terms of meeting our commitments, the Sustainable Development Goal, SDG 3. There are still gaps, and we must tell ourselves so that we re-energize ourselves and reposition ourselves to do more better. But I can say it is feasible and realistic with the high-level commitments that we have from the leadership of the Federal Ministry of Health and the commissioners that we have at the subnational level. However, permit me to reiterate few critical areas. First, we must move away from external reliance and expand our domestic funding, ensuring resource flow reliably to the front line, primarily through the basic healthcare funding. Second, we must mobilize funds. It's not just about the funds alone. We must ensure that every naira mobilized is used optimally. As I always say, health is about life. You either give it to health or you don't see health.
Strengthening human capital through innovation and data intelligence. Innovating for impact towards universal health coverage. Legislative pathways to a more efficient, sustainable domestic health financing. Powering health system for resilience, ensuring reliable energy and climate resilient infrastructure for universal health coverage.
We have put together a roadmap to guide our journey forward, embarked on a clear, unambiguous strategic approach that cuts across policy frameworks, collaborative approach, strong implementation, infrastructure development and expansion, manpower optimization, performance benchmark setting with clear monitoring and evaluation mechanisms, as well as continuous social engagement that ensure that the people remain at the center of our plans.
One of the things that maybe should be a takeaway here is that all of us should articulate what can we do to put pressure on the three tiers of government, particularly local government and states, so that they can put more of those resources they are earning into those sectors, including health, that we believe can do with more investment.
Yet, we're not yet in a position to declare victory, but we are on the right path, and what is required now is to sustain the effort. When we look at this whole of society approach, when we look at the fact that we are extending this compact from 2023's initial list of participants to now include civil society, traditional rulers, and so on and so forth, it's important, as was said earlier, that we mobilize our own domestic resources to the maximum, because we are in a world where multilateralism, communal, global effort has receded. We're in a world of bilateral relationships. But the one particular area where we can say that we are still, the world still recognizes that it has to come together and cooperate internationally is in the health sector and perhaps in terms of climate. So that, as was just mentioned, we are getting support internationally still in this important sector because we are providing the transparency, the accountability, and the governance that the world and other countries recognize that they can key into and support. And that's down to the fact that in this health sector today, in Nigeria, we do have excellence being demonstrated project by project across the whole sector.
Given where we were, I think that's a remarkable improvement. And routine HMIS data indicate that ANC4, the fourth antenatal care coverage, was 39% in 2023, while the corresponding survey was 52%. For 2024 and 25, the coverage levels exceed 50% in both years. So we've seen a bump in terms of women attending antenatal clinic. New family planning acceptors have increased steadily every quarter, with an overall 10% increase from Q1 2025 to Q3 2025. This is a promising trend for crashing maternal mortality. Half of women of reproductive health age were using modern contraception, which is very good because it's meeting the unmet needs of our women, respecting the rights, respecting the tradition, the culture, and the values, and the rights of each family to decide what is good for itself. And routine data has shown modest improvements in vaccination coverage for specific antigens. Thanks to Gavi and for the amazing support, I think we've hit most of our target for measles and rubella in addition to HPV, which is now a beacon of hope, I think, on the immunization stage globally. In the last 1 year alone, more than 20,000 frontline health workers have been recruited to federal tertiary hospitals, filling important gaps that existed. This is within the budget that was available to those facilities by removing the barrier, the delay in terms of getting those waivers. We are not there yet. There are significant legacy issues in terms of the human resource agenda for our country, some of which have dated for 10, 20 years. In the last few months alone, I think the Honourable Minister has approved more than 50 billion to settle outstanding arrears, to settle needs for various parts of our health professionals. We're engaging in a constructive manner with leaders in the health professions to ensure long-standing issues of compensation allowances are reviewed in a way that meets the needs of the health workers in a responsible way. Our call to all Nigerian health workers is to put the Nigerian person at the center of our attention. If we do that, all issues are resolvable. And I would like to encourage all of us as leaders across levels to continue to pursue that.
The path to universal health coverage is a collective journey. It requires all hands, federal, state, local, partners, and communities working with one mission to bring Nigeria's health system fully to light through accountability, coordination, and investment in the people who make it work. On behalf of the Nigeria Governors Forum, I reaffirm our commitment to this mission and to the continued partnership that drives it. Together, we will ensure that our health system truly works for every Nigerian. Thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.